Welcome back. Just a quick video today to whet the appetite. I've had this parcel here arrive in the post, so today we'll break open the box, check what's inside, and the construction of the magic inside will be the subject of a later video. But I thought today we'd just have a quick look and see what we've got. Okay, so get the knife and pop it open. Looks like it opens at the front. Oh, nicely packaged. Does that give it away? I'm thinking it probably doesn't. Right. Very nicely packed. I'm guessing a few people are working out what this is by now. That probably gives it away. It's the PiDP 1170. So this is a PDP-11 replica that uses a Raspberry Pi and the SimH software at its core, but sort of has that feel of a PDP-8. Oh, sorry, PDP-11 front panel. So I'll just remove the bubble wrap. This is really nicely packed. These come out of Switzerland, and I'll put a link at the bottom of the screen in a minute with details of where you can buy one of these if you want. So this, I'm thinking, is the back panel. So we've got some space. I'm assuming these are for serial ports, DB25 and DB9s. These are looking like probably cutouts for USB ports, if I was guessing. It's been nicely laser cut. I like that. It's very nicely done. This, I think, is just going to be the jig for aligning all the LEDs on the front panel up so they get all nice and in a straight row and evenly spaced and what have you. I'm not sure whether that's a permanent thing or whether that's just used during construction, but we'll find out in the next video. PCB, and I would imagine this is where all the switches are going. We've got a prototyping area, space for our LEDs in here. Some MAX 232s will be driving serial ports, address data, and some other LEDs by the look of it. And our Raspberry Pi connects on here. Fortunately, I have a couple of Raspberry Pis sitting in a tub up above on a shelf because they're a little bit hard to get at the moment. And then I'm thinking, I think this, if I'm not mistaken, is another template to use during construction to get the switches all lined up. Again, I'm not 100% sure until we actually get to build it. Oh, look at that. A bag full of magenta and red PDP-11 style toggle switches. That is very nice. And then we've got another bag with LEDs and even a key, front panel key, some knobs and various bits, even down to the cable ties are in there. Here's the key switch, some sockets. Interesting to see how well the sockets survived shipping. But worst case, I've got sockets and bits and pieces here. All the spacers are here, so very nice. And then we've got the front panel And this has got a protective film on it by the look of it at the moment, from where it's been cut out. I'd say that's been laser cut as well, if I had to guess. But yeah, very nice. And then we have in the big bag a replica sort of front panel of the machine. Interesting to know what scale that is compared to the original. So I would imagine the original was probably something like that wide. And I'm pretty sure that is intended to sit on the piece of timber like that. And then your front panel, I expect, I don't know exactly, but probably sits in there like that. I'm not sure what goes up under. Oh, all your switches are under there. Yeah, and that goes in like that. You can see the screw holes that line up there. We've got the circuit board that will go in loosely there. It'll sit up a little bit. And then this, I don't know which way up this goes, but it probably goes there. Whether it's, that must be the other way up. It's a nice fit. Now I need something to walk it out of there with. Tweezers. Maybe it goes that way. Yeah, that lines up better. So it's a nice case. And yeah, of course it all flops back because none of it's screwed in, but it gives you the vibe of what it'll feel like. You can get all your switches down the front and it'll light up with the LEDs. And yeah, looking forward to that. So we'll have you notice there's no instructions came with it, and I'm pretty sure that's because they're all on the website. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the website and see what the instructions look like. Just having a quick scroll through, there's a link to the designer's blog that details the story of how it evolved. And here we can see the relative size of the Pi DP11 versus the real PDP 1170 front panel. So I was probably a little bit off when I estimated earlier. It's probably a little bit bigger than I estimated. Yeah, and there's a few YouTube videos on the site. And then if we have a look at the building instructions, they're really actually quite detailed. The parts list, YouTube videos describing the process, how to get your Raspberry Pi set up and ready to go, some tips on soldering, the order of assembly, how to use the spacers, testing the board as you go, details on how to mount things, particularly with the newer kits having a different thickness acrylic front panel, how to solder the switches, hints on how to line them all up using the jig and get the spacing right so they look neat and orderly. So it's quite comprehensive. And then there's a page about all the technical details, describing how it works and so on. So a very interesting read. I mean, even if you don't intend to buy and build one of these things, it's just a fascinating read on how something like this works and the process that was gone through to develop the parts and the custom injection molded like case and reproducing the key switches, and yeah, just a fascinating read. If you want to acquire one of these kits, the website has the details. You just click on the Get One link, and as it says, almost 4,000 Pi DP11s have gone out as of June 2022. So that's huge. So basically, the process is you lodge an expression of interest, and when the kits become available, you get an email, and you can indicate whether you want to proceed with the order or not. one catch, the price 270 plus shipping. That's, I believe, US dollars. So obviously I'm here in Australia, and in Australian dollars that came to a whole lot more than that. But I think it's going to be worth it. I'm really looking forward to this. Okay, so that's a really quick look at the PyDP 1170 project. I'm really looking forward to getting into this and building it. Back when I was a kid at college, we used PDP 1170s running Arista-C, and them's were the days. And a little bit later we got into VAXs running VMS, but yeah, I still have a bit of a soft spot for the PDP 11 and even the PDP 8. And sadly, over the years, I've had numerous opportunities to pick up, PDP 11s that were basically surplus, and I passed on them every time, and I wish I hadn't, because even a small one just would have been fun to play with. I don't know that I could afford the power bill for an 1170, pretty big machine, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, looking forward to getting into this in the next video and see how it goes. So see you soon. Cheers.